Hopefully the thing doesn't go away. All right, cool. And you ready to get into it?
Let's do it, man. I'm
All
excited.
righty. Welcome, guys. Welcome back, guys, to the DNA podcast. This is our third episode. There's a lot to talk about today.
Busy weekend, man. There's a lot
Yeah, it
going
was a
on.
very busy weekend. We have some topics that we wanted to talk about, and I guess we'll just do two this time, and then kind of just talk about everything that we've been hearing about. Right towards the end, is that how you do this?
Yeah, let's do it like that. Let's just kind of jump right in.
Yeah, cool. All right, so today I think the two topics that we have set are our favorite video games, and then any of those video games that we would like to see moved over to the big screen.
Yeah.
Do you want to limit to just movies, or do you want to do like movies or like a TV show?
I think a TV series would be easier for, like, what was that show with Halo, Forward Unto Dawn, or
Oh yeah, like they kind of already tried that a little bit.
yeah, it was okay. It was pretty good. Did you ever watch it?
No, I didn't. I didn't watch that.
It was actually really cool. They kind of made it look like it was like a mission of people, like just regular Spartans. And then, of course, at the end,
Master Chief.
yeah, Master Chief goes in and saves the day and saves their lives and stuff.
Does Master Chief stuff just be the ultimate? Yeah.
Says no words, shoots at everybody, kills everybody, and like, all right, well, thank you. And he's just like, no,
Like, cool. This is what I do. I come save the day and then I deuce out.
I wonder what his apartment life looks like, or what he does.
What is he? His name's John something. I know it's just John.
Is it John?
But I remember like in the books, you like they describe like how he looks without his helmet and everything. Like he looks very like you can like he hasn't seen sun or anything like that. He's like pale and stuff. Yeah, he's bald.
I kind of feel like it'd be the same as like Darth Vader.
That's probably exactly what he looks like under that because he's always in that damn helmet.
Just
so then you want to start with like let's see, I have maybe like 6 games that I put down for like my favorite.
Yeah.
I have a lot. I don't know if you want to start.
I have a bunch of video games I like, but I kind of narrowed it down to like storyline games. Because one of my favorite video games of all time is like Super Smash Brothers. Like,
of course, yeah.
Yeah, but well, storyline is pretty good, but it's the same concept. It's not really like an actual story like Final Fantasy or anything like that.
Yeah, it's kind of just mindless. Like you're kind of just you're punching around and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you have your generic, it's just fighting storyline and then tournament style. That's really it.
Yeah, like your Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think for me though, like my number one video game, oh man, it's a tie between Halo 3, Halo Reach.
Which one is the where you're on the warthogs at the end? Is that 2?
That's 3 with Arbiter.
Is it 3? Yeah, when you're with the Arbiter. Okay.
Yeah, that's 3.
So I put Halo 2 because I thought it was Halo 2, but no, yeah, Halo 3 then would be like that.
Yeah, dude. And like when he kills the guy at the end, when Arbiter kills the guy, it's so just like cold. Like you must be silent and just stabs him.
The Arbiter is dope, man. I like miss him from all the storylines. Like that'd be cool if they brought him back in this new Halo. He's you can actually use him as a character on like Killer Instinct in like a fighting game.
Sure,
he's
really?
Like, yeah, the Arbiter is like a full on character in that game.
That is actually super badass.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And then like Halo 4 was okay. I enjoyed it. Halo ODST was pretty boring. It was trash. And then Halo 5 was just
I didn't really even play Halo 5, which I feel bad.
I played the beta.
Every now and then we'll go play like custom games or something in like the Master Chief Collection or something. Like I think Halo 3, Halo 3 was I think maybe the all around best just like Halo game. Like out of all these, they got really extra with like the supers and everything. Like I'm really not.
Halo Reach was fucking sick. Like,
the Reach was pretty cool.
Dude, like, oh man, like the storyline. Oh my god,
that's not the one where like you're it was like the 2 Spartans, right? That like were kind of going head to head.
No, that was Halo 5.
That was 5, right?
Yeah,
you were like the 2. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Halo Reach is like right before the first Halo. Like that's where the ending of Reach is literally the beginning of Halo.
I remember playing Halo Reach, but I don't know why I can't think of like the story.
Man. Dude, that one's good. You're
I think
basically
I'm thinking of like ODST because that's whenever they had like the teams, right? Like you were like
kind of, yeah.
ODSTs weren't really Spartans; they were kind of just like jump soldiers.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Halo Reach, you're like basically you do kind of like a couple missions throughout the game, and then your final mission is you're saving this special thing, and it's Cortana, and you get Cortana to Master Chief.
Okay, I remember that. Okay, I remember that one then. You know
Like
what? I did really enjoy that one. Out of like all the ones after 3, yeah. Okay, so then I agree with you on that. I agree with you. Which one was so then Halo 4 was when Cortana dies and she was like getting like possessed, or was that 5?
That
when
was
she was kind of like 4.
That was 4. Like she dies at the very end.
Yeah,
like, flying in a spaceship.
I would love to go back, man, and just like hit all the Halos all over again and just play them like
yes, man,
chronologically.
The Master Chief, like man, when we would play it, like dude, we would just play one of the random ones and just put it on like legendary and just see.
Oh yeah,
who get the best.
Getting like the skulls and everything. Like, do you remember doing all that?
Yes. Oh yeah, and he's like cracking people on the head.
Yeah, and you can like activate the like if you shoot like a grunt in the head, it was like a little party thing.
Yeah, I was like
yeah. Those are the best.
Yes, man, dude. But yeah, Halo was just like it was just one of a kind.
Mine that I put is like it's kind of like my video game love child. I think it was like my introduction, but Gears of War. I loved Gears of War so much. Like as a kid, it was way too gruesome for me to be playing at like. How old was I? Like maybe. Like
I think 12. It's too gruesome for me now.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But the story mode and like everything like that, I became really like invested in it. Like the most recent ones, I really wasn't too invested in. But like, there's one where like your partner, like you're this guy Marcus and your partner Dom, his whole like storyline is trying to find his wife.
Yeah.
And you finally find her, and she's just decayed and like she's decrepit and everything like that, and he's just like hurt. And you have this like emotional scene. It was the first time a video game like got me, and I was like,
oh shit,
my God, man! I'm like, this is a game. Why am I like feeling like,
bro? You know, that was me in Modern Warfare 3.
When what's his name died?
Yeah, when Soap dies. Oh my God! Like he's across the building, like blows up and gets shot, and you're like, oh my God, no, Soap!
And then who were you whenever you're like the helicopter lands and you're on the ground? And that wasn't Soap then. I'm trying to think of who it was. Somebody died. I think that was actually in Ghost. May not have been.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm really bad at my Call of Duty story modes because like I maybe played like the Black Ops ones and.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like outside of Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, my Call of Duty knowledge is next to none. I don't really like Call of Duty like that.
I played the No Russian. I remember that one. That was Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you want to talk about video games influencing kids to do stuff? Yeah. Like we played that and never had a thought. You know, like that's what our generation.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, oh, dude, Grand Theft Auto, man.
I like that.
Dude, Grand Theft Auto 5, like we would play it all night and just fuck around. Like we would play this game where we would steal a helicopter, fly it above the neighborhoods, and we played a game where we would jump out and try and land in a pool.
Just like that's why that game is so fucking stupid. Like, did you ever play like Saints Row? Did you ever play those games?
No, I never played Saints Row.
It was like it was doing the same thing GTA was, and then I guess it was like, well, we can't be like GTA, so it took this like hard right turn where you can just like use dildos as weapons, and like it was really really head ass. It's like the only way to explain like a dubstep gun where you like shoot them and then it just like womp, 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 and like blows people up. Bro. And that game was pretty fun to like just do whatever in. Like it gave you superpowers.
Do you remember the game on PlayStation 2, Destroy All Humans?
Oh, dude, they're remastering that.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited.
That's gonna be dope.
My favorite thing was to get the cows and just shoot them across. Like you get the levitating and just shoot them and just
I used to like to do that just people, just like shoot people. That was so fun. I'm excited.
My brother and I would play that.
That was the most mindlessly stupid game.
I'm gonna fix
you and your brother used to play it or what?
Oh yeah, that was some of the best bonding moments my brother and I had. Like we would just sit there and just take turns and just see how far we could get with killing humans. Like it was
that's what I'm hoping, because I miss that with video games. Is like the I started playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance on the Switch with my nephew. So like I'll go into his room and we'll play for a little bit, and we were talking about that. We're like, dude, we missed like the games where you used to be able to like, I think we called them like they're called like couch play, where you can just kind of sit on the couch with a buddy and co-op play a game.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Everything has to be like online or now, like stuff like that. Nothing's like a true OG co-op game. So it was cool to like do that. Like, man, do you remember like Army of Two? Did you ever play that?
Yes. We tried to. Yeah, Kevin and I did, but I was just terrible at it. Like I was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm trash.
I love that game. There was another game like Kane and Lynch, like the ones that are like, they were cool, man. I remember like I was the like Blockbuster whore, dude. I used to go in there. I had like the Game Pass, and I could hold one game as long as I wanted, but I can like swap it whenever I wanted.
You want to hear the most savage thing we ever did with Blockbuster?
Oh man!
So whenever we would like get scratched discs or whatever, we would like say I bought Halo 3 and it was scratched. So we would rent the game at Blockbuster, give them get the scratched one, and then.
Like, the best way to do it, though.
But we would take it to Blockbuster and complain, so they would give us a brand new one.
Oh my god, y'all were even worse than I thought.
And then we were like, "This is scratch," so we get our money back, a free DVD for like a week, and then we just give them the original.
Jeez,
you
would just like straight up swap. Okay, so like when I was a kid, I tried to rent Spyro. You remember Spyro, the little dragon?
Oh, yes. Dude,
and I guess somebody switched out the Spyro for the Die Hard video game. So when I was a kid, I'm all like starting on my PlayStation, and I'm like about to play Spyro. I'm like, no, the disc looks a little weird. And then all of a sudden, I'm fucking John McClane, and I'm like, I'm like in my room, I'm like, this is not a dragon, but like I played it. And I think that's what maybe sparked my whole like. That's why like Gears of War is my favorite game. I got this like sadistic ass mindset now when it comes to video games. But like, yeah, I was not supposed to be playing that game at that age.
Talk about just sheer disappointment. You're expecting to see a little purple dragon, and then here comes John McCain.
And I remember like Spyro finally actually playing it and being like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to play this.
I like this more when it was Die Hard.
Yeah, exactly. So then, yeah, that kickstarted the whole shooting game thing for me. Oh God! And then I think before that, do you remember a game? I'm going back, dude. This is like going back when we were like little.
Yeah.
Ape Escape. Did you ever play that game?
I heard about it, but I never played it.
Dude, you used to just like catch monkeys. That was what you would do.
Bro, that was me with Monkey Ball. Did you ever play Monkey Ball?
I did play Monkey Ball.
Yes. Oh my god. It was stupid. Like for no reason. I was like, I look back at the video games I play now, I'm like, wow, I used to be so easily entertained.
Oh yeah, literally. I just run around doing this and trying to catch monkeys. Like
yes. Oh my gosh. But
mechanic was.
Oh my god, yes, dude. Those are some of the best games. And then on the opposite end, there's like Super Mario 64.
Oh,
like
dude.
Star Fox 64, dude. Legendary.
I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon with my cousin on the computer. Like she had it, and we would like go like you can like click and drag people around, so you make them eat, and then you go put them on the roller coaster.
Just to make them throw up.
Yeah. We do that shit all the time. Roller Coaster Tycoon was so fun.
My cousin and I used to play all the backyard sports, like football and baseball, soccer. Oh my god, dude. Pablo. He was always
the beast.
It was the worst. Because, like, they were trying to be nice because there was the kid Dante. That was like, or was it Dante?
Oh, yeah.
He was in the wheelchair.
He was a wheelchair kid, yeah. They try to appeal to everybody.
My cousin was like, what the fuck? You cannot play soccer. He uses his leg. So they always made him like he'd be the goalie. He'd be the goalie. I'm like, I remember being like a little kid, like, man, this is fucked up. Like, you cannot. Like, there's no way. If this was real life, this kid would be like, get your ass on the sideline. Oh my god.
I'd be like, oh, okay, man. Like, sorry, you can't be rolling around in this field. But like, that's like the really like
rolling around this field.
That's what I would expect to happen like these days. Is like them to try to like accommodate like, man, like there's some handicapped kids that want to play some sports. But dude, back then in the '90s, they didn't give a fuck. Like, honestly, they probably threw them in there as a joke.
Like Bad News Bears. Did you see the one with both of them, the original and the Billy Bob Thornton?
I only saw the Billy Bob Thornton. I didn't see the original.
I like the Billy Bob Thornton one more, but oh my god, like that's what's his name? Hopper,
yeah. Oh my god.
And I remember they put him in the championship game. He's like, oh my god. He's like, I must be blowing their minds. You just see him rolling, like getting out.
I should watch that again, man. I need to do another Bad News Bears watch.
It's a classic, man. Like, oh, go back and watch, like, holy shit, this is terrible. But like, I mean, like, for children, like,
ridiculous.
Oh my god, that was such. Dude,
but then so then if you used to play the backyard ones, I used to like what I missed today were like all the street games, like the NBA Street, the NFL Streets, and FIFA. Like they don't have those in. I guess what 2K you could do like the pickup games, like maybe that's not.
Anyone 2K Park Mode is some of the most frustrating video game you'll ever play.
Is it really? I'm never really like a 2K guy.
Because what you do is you run threes, full court threes, and like I always can squat up, so I play with me, my brother, my cousin. Bro, people would just shit on us. Like we would 21-5, and no matter like. Oh god, dude. And there'd be nothing we could do. We would just miss. My cousin was like a 6'7" post, and he would get blocked by point guards. It was ridiculous. And like we were I was like, oh my god, it was trash. Like guys they'd be like 7-footers hitting threes. We would just get crapped on every time. It was so discouraging. Our record was 6-69.
Wow, 6 wins.
And like,
because people that play 2K though, they play 2K. Like it's like a religion to some people. It's so like it's crazy.
Whenever you're gonna play on squads, it's so demoralizing because they'll show your individual record.
Oh, man.
So you see like 10,000 wins and 65 losses, 10 whatever. I'm like 6-69. Average
guy walks up and he's all like,
"This." And he's like, "That guy's just so gumpy looking. Like he looks like of course he looks white because he looks like me. Got a goatee. He's just such a douche, and he does not look like he looks like he play good basketball.
Just looking like Fred Durst walking up.
Yeah, bro, it's terrible. 2K, oh god, it's so frustrating.
FIFA's getting a street mode again. I'm excited for that. With like it comes with the FIFA, so I'm hoping that kind of moves over to like NBA and NFL. Like that'd be pretty cool. Like if Madden, you could just have like a street mode because those were fun as shit. This is Matt. I'll do like NFL streets.
Oh, I remember in elementary school when you would buy the actual NFL street ball, like the orange, black, and white.
And everyone used to play with it.
We're like the coolest kid if you had it. Oh, I remember.
You went to Wetmore, right? You went to Wetmore?
See, okay. Everyone thought I went to Wetmore, but like, hey, I remember you in blah blah's class. Like, no, you didn't, because I was not.
No.
I was some other random kid because I was not there.
So you were at Redland, right?
No, I went to Castle Hills and Larkspur.
Oh wow, okay. I lived right across from Larkspur.
Yeah.
Nobody could find me, but I did not know that. Then how'd you end up at Mac? That would be like Churchill area.
Because we moved.
Getting personal with the DNA podcast right now. I'm sorry.
We moved in middle school because I went to Eisenhower 6th grade. Moved over here or by Driscoll, and that's where I went there.
Made the migrated.
But yeah, everyone's like, "Hey, dude, remember in blah 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 Redland?" Like, nope, I don't. Like, are you sure?
I'm like, maybe there's like a kid that looks like you. I'm trying to maybe
I don't know.
Confusing you. But let me see. What other games do I have down? Tangent. Finding out about Alex's past. There's a game that I used to play a lot as a kid. Did you have like an Xbox or like a PlayStation?
Switch. So my first, I was I had GameCube, and then I went PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, and then I got both. Once I started making like real money, I got Xbox One and I had both. I personally like the PlayStation, like it interchanges. Like the PS2 was better than the Xbox, 360 was better than PlayStation 3, PS4 is better than the One.
See, I'm Xbox though. Like I have both, but I have both for the exclusives on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But I guess like all of I did a weird swap. I feel bad. So whenever we got into high school and everything, and then the PlayStation 4 came out, we all got the PS4.
Yeah.
And we're all playing it, and then all of a sudden, me and Eloy made the move to Xbox, and we made all of our friends move to the Xbox, and then now everybody's like on PC and stuff like that. Everybody's moved on to greater things. But I've been Xbox for a while.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I like Xbox. I feel like Xbox is fun for online play. Mm-hmm. And then PlayStation's fun for like just sit down and play like by yourself.
Yeah,
like that's what I enjoy for. Like, bro, did you ever play Little Big Planet on the PlayStation 3?
Oh yeah, that game was so fun. Like,
dude,
was the PlayStation 3 where you can move the controller? No, 4, right?
That was the second one on 4.
On 4, okay.
But the original was on. Dude, Kevin and I would play Little Big Planet all night because they had like bonus games that weren't even part of the story, and you could just
Oh,
play and like fuck around. We would play it for hours.
I'm trying to think
Like
of the last game that I remember as a kid playing. Like, I think, do you like SmackDown versus Raw, like those games?
yes,
Oh
oh my
man,
god,
I used to play those like all night, and my nephew used to get mad at me. He like vows never to play one of those games with me because I create my character, but I take all fucking night, bro. I like make my entrance theme perfect. I
yeah.
like make my moves. I used to love that game so
Oh
much.
god, I remember playing that video game. That's when I realized wrestling was fake. I was like, what? They're hitting with chairs? Like,
That would hurt.
there's no fucking way. Like, this makes no sense. What?
The
This is
moment,
ridiculous.
and I was just talking about this weekend. The moment that I realized wrestling was fake was when Vince McMahon died. Whenever his limo blew up,
Yes.
I don't know.
No,
I remember.
I remember. That's what I realized too. And then, like, what's his name? Chris Benoit, like, died in real life.
Yeah. Or like one of the guys showed up at the hospital and they're like fighting. Like one was like on his deathbed.
Yeah.
I forgot what fight that was, but like I remember just being like, "This is not right." Like
Vince McMahon's limo blew up.
that was ridiculous. Because I was like, "Did I just watch a man die?" Like the shot.
Very next week, Chris Benoit died over the weekend. Vince McMahon was like, "We regret to inform you, so we will not record an episode." I was like, "Holy shit, this is fake! What?" It's like Santa's not real, Tooth Fairy, WWE. Like when I found,
yeah, I think every male has gone through the realizing that it's fake.
yeah.
Like
And it's like,
everybody.
don't tell each other. You kind of let everyone figure it out. Kind of
Yeah.
like Santa. You let them like, you're like,
You
because
feel kind of cool because you already know. You're like, yeah, I knew that was fake.
you don't want to be the first kid because that kid's a fucking douche that tells
Yeah.
everyone. They don't
Yeah.
like that kid.
Like, oh, you know, Rey Mysterio doesn't really do flips. Like he's just like,
Fucking tiny Mexican guy. And then you'd be the last kid because if you're the last kid, you're just a fucking moron.
yeah. Then you're just like, what? Oh
That's
man, I had one of those kids when I worked at Kin. You worked at Kin as well.
yeah.
And I had one of those kids that like was still like watching VeggieTales and like he was catching up. Poor kid, man. And everybody just drilled into this kid. Like that was him. He was the last to figure out all these things because his parents just kind of kept him that way. But I was like, oh, thank God that wasn't me.
Yeah, you don't want to be the. Oh God, I remember when I worked for Ken. I accidentally told a kid that Santa wasn't real.
Oh no, you dropped that ball.
Yeah, because they're like, "What are you going to get from Santa this year?" I was like, "Oh, well, my parents are going to give me this." Your parents? What about Santa? What do you mean? Like Santa? I was like, "There's no." I was like,
You're like, no. You're like,
"There's Santa." They're like, "There's no Santa." I was like, "Oh God, dude." The parents were like, "All right, who told them that Santa wasn't real?" He's in third grade. I was like, "Oh my."
Mr. Alex. I had a kid one time ask me what a faggot was. One of my fourth graders. His name's Finn. He was a really cool kid. Like you have that one kid that you're like homies with, right? And he was mine. Finn was cool. Like I knew his parents really well. I used to work out with his dad at the gym, and like so I told him it was the state bird of Ohio, and yeah, he was like, and his dad came up. He's like, "Did you tell Finn a faggot was a state bird of Ohio?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "That was amazing. Thank you for that." And he's like, "I had a good laugh about that."
Oh
But
my
dude, yeah,
God.
Ken was a trip, bro.
I remember. I remember when I caught one of my kids. I can't remember who it was, but like their parents were having an affair. The dad was.
Oh,
Yeah. And it was like, yeah, dad and his best friend are coming to pick us up, and we're gonna go watch a movie. But they always go sit in the back, and mommy doesn't come because she's at work. I was like,
bro.
what?
Like,
Shit, man. I was like, all right, well, y'all have fun. Just
yeah, to see the side woman come, the mistress come pick him up.
she only because she was an authorized pickup, so she only would come with the dad. Like she couldn't.
Had her
I'm like,
chase.
this
That's too
is
much exposure. Like if you're like, that's crazy. It's too much.
Yeah,
Too
it was
much
wild. Yeah, I was like, man, bold to come to the school. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
you
see.
must not care.
To avoid more tangents because we've gone on like 15.
Okay.
I like it though. I'm liking these tangents. Which one of these your favorite movies, or just what movies could you see being turned into a movie, or game could you see turned into a movie? I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it kind of cheats because like my favorite series of games of all time is the Batman games, and they've already been made into a good movie series. So I'm not gonna count that one.
Man Beyond.
Yeah. I,
But
I wish they would do that with Assassin's Creed because Assassin's Creed was so badass. Like that
yeah,
was one of my
they did
favorite
do it right.
games.
I'm surprised that flopped so hard. Like, I feel like they had such a everything was just there for them, but they had to make Michael Fassbender like his own. Like, they should have just followed like the game lore, other than
Yeah, but
yeah.
it's kind of like your set fine line because you don't want to make a movie exactly the game because it's like, well, we already played the game, so I've already bought the game for
That's
$64.
true. Yeah, you got to kind of make up your own. That's true. But like, I don't know. Like, what I think they should do, and what I don't think that they do whenever they do these games, like that go on to movies, is I don't think they let like the writers of the video games write the movie. Like
Yeah,
they should.
so,
They
yeah.
should let them write their own like story. Be like, okay, like let's make up our own like story, and then somebody else to come and turn it. Like, let them produce it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
that.
think that happens because then there's a miscommunication of a guy that doesn't really know the lore too well, and then it's just like it's a bummer.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with Assassin's Creed because like I watched it and I was like, this is just weird.
Yeah,
Like you know when you wear your older brother's shirt, like it fits, but it just doesn't feel
it just
right.
doesn't feel right. You're just like,
Yeah, like this is
man, it's all
loose and weird. Yeah, I don't
stretched
like it.
out shit. Like
Yeah,
he doesn't fold his clothes. Yeah,
yeah. That's what it felt like, and I was just like, this is weird. I'm not feeling this. I remember leaving the movie theater like, I kind of want my money back. Like this
because you
fucking
like
sucks.
wanted to like it so bad. Because yeah,
Yes.
I associate like dude for maybe like man for years every so they can only come out around Thanksgiving, the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
And I remember like that time being like my dedicated time to like beating that Assassin's Creed. And which one was your favorite Assassin's Creed? Because mine's always not what anybody else thinks.
I mean, dude, my brother and I played two where we beat it 100%.
Yeah,
Like two was amazing. I
mine
like,
is three. Three is Connor, right?
yeah, I like three.
But Black Flag, I really like Black Flag, which
I like,
nobody really
I
liked.
liked Black Flag. I liked it a lot. But when I watched it, like when I played it, like I wanted more backstory
Hmm.
because that's the reason I bought it because like he was a Templar,
Yeah,
like
he was like not
with Connor. So I was like, how do we get like I wanted that answer. I
because
never really wanted.
he's Connor's father. I think is like because then you find out at the end that he was Connor's father, and that's why like I kind of had like them in conjunction three and Black
No,
Flag
he
because yeah,
was he was Connor's grandfather.
grandfather. That's what it
Yes,
was then.
because
Okay,
Haytham was the son,
hate them.
and he
Okay,
became the
cool.
Templar. So I wanted to find like the disconnect, like where did they go wrong?
Yeah, I would have liked to see more Connor and or more like yeah, they should have stuck with those characters the way they stuck with Desmond because Desmond was good for those three movies or three games, and then like they just started doing a new guy every game. Like it was, I
Yeah,
was cool with
they
like
when they killed Desmond off, because like remember in the first three, you're like racing to the end of the world, like you're trying to
yeah,
find that,
the
and then
Apple
they
Eden.
they killed him, and I was like, so you built this game up for nothing, like what? I don't know. And I played Origins, and that shit is so hard. I never beat it. Like
Yeah, I
it's so hard.
started it not too long ago, and I was like, dude, it's one of those games I bought that I'm like, am I ever gonna get around to beating this?
Yeah,
Like it's still kind of
I
sitting there.
liked it. It's so hard. Like you have to pretty much level up every in between
Mm.
mission. And if
Yeah,
you don't, like it's fucking impossible. And it is impossible. I die so much. It's like one of those controller squeezing
it
games.
felt like Origins felt. Oh, and you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of Odyssey. Is that the Spartan one? Where you're like a Spartan?
Yeah, see, I never even
That's
played
the most
those.
okay. So that's the one that I most recently got, and I'm not liking it because I don't have a wrist blade, and I'm like a using a shield in a. It's in the beginning. Maybe I get one later, but I'm like, dude, like this isn't Assassin's Creed. I want to walk up and like tink and like walk away, and then tink and like walk away and just
Yeah.
kill like crowds of people. Like that was
But
the coolest.
dude, I mean, it was legendary because remember when they announced the second one? Because the first one, is obviously it's Altair with the one blade, and the
Yeah,
second Ezio with both like
yeah,
down. You're just
that
like,
was.
oh god.
I think that's why I like Black Flag because I think he had both, and then he also had like the wrist gun. So I
Yeah.
remember like getting into fights and then being like, but, and then like getting into a fight.
Yeah, we like load up and
It was really cool, yeah. Or yeah, maybe it was Connor had the crossbow, I think, right? I just it became so cool, man. Like and all their little gadgets and everything, and I'm like, I know that they're trying to explore different timeline, like different events in history and stuff like that.
yeah,
But
like that's cool. That was a cool premise that they had, but then they
I
just kind of
love the Renaissance and everything like that. Like
Yeah.
having Leonardo da Vinci involved and all that stuff. Like,
Dude,
that was cool, man.
yes. That was badass. And I liked, dude, I liked 3. It was just because what I liked about 2 was like the aspect of sneaking around. Like it was like perfectly done. It wasn't too hard, but you also had to like be good at it.
Hmm.
But in 3, man, you walk up, hey, and they stop you and they're like,
Yeah, you were like a hard ass at that. Like,
and it's like chopping down, dude. But dude, that
the
freaking
tomahawk, dude. And you just like throw the tomahawk at people.
dude,
Yeah.
that shit was wild. That was it was gruesome. That's why I like 3 because I was like, dude, I'm just a bruiser. He's terrible. He's a terrible.
I just like the whole like idea of him being like a orphaned Indian kid or a Native American kid. I'm sorry, that's not really ignorant to call him Indian, but like a Native American kid, and like in the middle of like the whole, of everybody coming to America, like discovering America and everything like that. And he was kind of like, it was just so cool, man. It was a really cool story to tell. And I wish they kept going with, because you also see whenever they start bringing slaves over at the end. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Connor's like on the docks and he sees the slaves and he like looks at him like he's gonna go free them.
Yeah.
And like that would have been so cool to play, man. Is like Connor, like maybe like you get Abraham Lincoln and him like pairing up. That'd be kind of weird, but like Abraham Lincoln trying to free the slaves and you got Connor like that'd have been cool, man. That's what I thought it was gonna go, but then we got Black Flag, which I mean I wasn't mad at because I like that one.
Yeah, I like Black Flag a lot. That one was cool. I enjoyed it a lot.
And
I didn't like how he didn't like the way he became an assassin because he killed one, so he just became one. I was like, yeah, but I mean,
how else would it happen for that kind of character though? That's exactly the reason why I let that one slide. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I have, what I would love to see, and I've talked about it forever, is I would love to see a Legend of Zelda movie. Is what I would like. Because I know the complications of it would be that Link doesn't talk, but dude, make him talk. Like it'll be fine, Yeah. Like, and I just think it'd be like a cool story, and I would want it to expand over, just like the games, over like several movies. Yeah. Maybe like a trilogy of him trying to find his way.
I think it's just hard because there's so many timelines in Legend of Zelda. Like there's so many different aspects. Because like Breath of the Wild, technically, we don't know where it fits amongst the other ones.
Yeah.
And then like basically the way it works is Ocarina of Time is like the deciding one, and there's like 3 branches. Like when Link survives but loses, he wins, and then he dies, and that's where you get like the 3 different aspects or something like that. Or it's like he wins, loses.
Maybe you just jump into it on that storyline, and then like. Yeah, I like the whole the tale of it, but you're right, it is kind of complicated. But I think if there was like that, because that's why I asked in the beginning if we wanted to make it like a show. But you said you're like because I would prefer that to be a show.
Yeah.
But I would just like to see it in a different kind of media that it is right now. Like that.
Yeah, but Legend of Zelda, I had that one on my mind too, because dude, like I love like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. My brother loved Wind Waker. He beat the shit out of the game.
I think Wind Waker was the one that I like, yeah.
Yeah, and then Breath of the Wild, dude, was amazing. Like, I love that game. I can't wait for them to make the second one. Like, oh my god.
I'm really bad with my Switch. Like, I gave it to my little nephew. But, like, I'm really bad at sitting there and playing my Switch. And so I didn't really get to, like, beat it. How much I regret giving that up, because I do want to go back and play that.
I mean, you'll get lost in it. Yeah, you'll get lost in it. And especially like in this day and age with so many streamers like Twitch,
just watching anybody play anything.
Yeah, YouTube. Like people, it's weird. Like people don't really play video games anymore in that sense. They just watch other people. Like my brother told me, like when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, he's like, "Oh yeah, I saw someone beat it. Like I don't want to buy it." I was like, "What?" But that's the whole thing of like opening the game, downloading it, playing it.
Yeah. Well, I there's no. I don't even buy my games physically anymore. I get them all. Me and my nephew, we file share, so if he buys the game, I get it, and then if I buy a game, he gets it. So we just download every game straight up, and we go half on games that we want. So yeah, like you don't have that element of like I can't return a game that I don't want. There's no system like Blockbuster anymore. I guess there's like Redbox,
and like
I don't even know if Redbox has games anymore. Does it?
Sometimes
I would think not, because games now take like an hour to install. So like it. And so there's not that joy of like Blockbuster, man. Blockbuster was like, man, that was my favorite thing to do.
Dude, like when you rented the Nintendo 64 cartridge.
Yeah.
Oh man, nostalgia, so man. Yeah.
Dude, like playing GoldenEye and like.
Yes. Did you ever play Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64?
Yeah, I played Paper Mario.
Dude, those were so good.
I liked all those games. I wasn't the biggest Mario. I don't know what I liked Sonic more as a kid.
Yeah.
Sonic was like more of my speed.
See, I was a fat piece of shit when I was a kid, so I just related with Mario way better. Yeah, I was too slow to be Sonic.
I like the co-op ones. I've always been a big co-op guy. Like I like to be able to play with other people.
Yeah.
So Mario Bros. I remember playing that with my cousin. We used to play that a lot.
Like Mario Kart, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mario Kart. I'm terrible at driving games.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was good at Mario Double Dash and Mario Kart for the Wii, but the Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U and the one for the Switch, it's impossible. Rainbow Road, it gives me anxiety. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be.
Oh, Rainbow Road, yeah. Rainbow Road in every single game is ridiculous, and I can't do it.
Yeah,
like I can do better with like a steering wheel. Like I used to have a buddy that had like the steering wheel like attachment thing, like for some racing games. Like I can do that, but other than that, all racing games, I'm trash.
Yeah, I'm not good at racing games. I always just hit the bumpers, and I end up
racing games, and I'm not the best at fighting games. I can. Bro, I don't know. I try.
Like Street Fighter, I'm okay at, but it's just
Street Fighter can never get any of the goddamn combos on it. Like I don't know why. Like you have to roll a stick and like.
I've hit combos, but if there were a gun to my head and someone said do that exact same combo right now, I would die. Dead.
I have like my relatives. I brought up Killer Instinct earlier. I have like relatives that like they are Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat. They're kind of like two in the same. I think by like the same creators. Yeah. They're like they have all that stuff like memorized. Like that's what my sister and my brother used to play. Like they have all the fatalities and everything like that. They can bust those out.
I have never once landed a fatality. I've tried, and I just end up punching them and they die. I'm like, well, fuck.
I could like do like the crouch and kick over and over again, crouch and kick, so they can punch over me. But like, terrible. Yeah. Naruto games though, but those aren't really like fighting.
Bro,
I love the Naruto fighting games.
Naruto had a really fun one. Was it on the PlayStation 2 or the GameCube? Bro, it was so fun.
I used to play.
Dude, and then Mario Sunshine on the GameCube.
I remember Mario Sunshine.
That was fun.
Oh, going back to Zelda, what game? Oh man, I think it was like the Four Swords. Like you were like 4 different versions of him, and like
4 Swords.
Was it 4 Swords? And like everybody, and then also linked to your DS.
Yeah.
And so you used to be able to play on your DS, and like you go through. I remember that game. That game was fun.
But we forgot the OG Nintendo 64 game, Pokemon Stadium.
Oh wow.
Dude.
Yeah, Pokemon Stadium, the second one that had like a lot more.
Yes. Oh my god.
So fun.
That was so badass. I remember I was like, I don't want to catch them. I just want to make them kill each other. Like that's
exactly. I just want to fight my friends.
Yeah, I just want to kill each other.
Those games, if you look up those games now for the Nintendo 64, they're expensive, man.
Yeah,
they're hard to get your hands on.
Have you gone to Game Over?
Yeah, that's where I found out. Like, holy crap, these games are expensive. Like,
I bought a Game Boy SP. And then I bought like I found a Pokemon game for like $40.
SP was the little first one that flapped, right?
Yeah, and it had the light.
It had like a built-in light also. That was Game Over because you used to have like the little thing that would like the little light. Yeah. That would like peek over it and it had like a glare, but like it's all you had.
Remember when you bought Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green, it came with the adapter to the back.
Yeah.
And that's how you battle. You didn't have to connect. You were like the coolest kid.
You had, like link to other people.
Yes.
All the time. Go to this kid Preston Sibley's house and oh man. Those were the times, dude. And I want to get this new Pokemon. This new Pokemon looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to get into
a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother has the EV game and he likes it.
Oh yeah, it was like Eevee and Pikachu, right?
Yeah, you link your Pokemon Go to the account, so whatever you catch on Pokemon Go, you get in the game, and it's really badass.
That's dope.
And it's like the hair.
I'm like, go away. Okay, cool.
But
I haven't played like a Pokemon game in like my favorite one. Man, I'm stupid though. When I was a kid, I used to play. I think it was Silver was the last one I remember like capping out. Like I got every Pokemon on that. It's been a while, but I was bad because I stacked my Blaziken. My Blaziken was like level 100. Like he was a badass, and none of my other Pokemon weren't shit.
Dude, I was the same way. Ride or die on your original one that you picked.
Oh man, he was a monster. Yeah. I think him, and then was Lucario around at that point? Because I remember then Lucario became my favorite, and I tried to like juice him up.
I like Lucario, but I think my favorite one. I always had to have a Primate or a Machamp. I always had to. I always had to have one. And then a flying type. I always like Dragon Knight. They were always super.
Dragon Knight's dope. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gyarados. I just like dragon types, like in general. That's the one. But yeah, my Blaze.
And then, I mean, I know they made a shitty movie out of Dragon Ball, but do all the Budokais and Tenkaichis?
I found in my Xbox. I'm looking at it right now, actually. I don't. So like I said, I download all my games, and I don't have like really physical copies, but I found this in my Xbox.
Dude, yeah.
Raging Blast 2, and I was like, how long has this been in there? Like, it's like 360 game.
You poor soul.
I know. I'm like, I wish I can play it. It's not compatible with the one.
Yeah.
Damn it. I love those games. The Dragon Ball games are so fun.
Bro,
I'm not that big of a fan of them now because, like, in these, you can just go Super Saiyan when you want. You can, like, kind of just, like, what you want. Now, like, going Super Saiyan is, like, a technicality in the game. Like, I just want to be able to go Super Saiyan if I want to go Super Saiyan. Like,
yeah.
It was fun. Like, those games.
Xenoverse is a lot of fun. Xenoverse 2 is
fun, yeah. I think there's that new Goku game coming out, which is going to tell the same story that we've seen again.
Yeah. Tell me why, though. The hardest... Okay, I'll tell you 2 stories. The hardest level I ever played in any video game ever was Dragon Ball Budokai 1 when you're fighting Frieza. And you have to beat Frieza and your health is depleting.
Yeah, and it was going down the whole time. Yeah, that was... I literally had my friend Kevin... Shout out to Kevin. He was like my older friend that used to always help me out in games. And I had to go over there. I paused it. I ran over to Kevin's and I was like, Kevin, I can't beat this. And he came over.
It took me 100 tries or more. I don't even know. I literally would get so mad, turn it off, and go to bed and come back the next day. And that was the only mission I tried. It took me like 3 days. I was like, who the hell am I? I was like, I'm the worst video gamer ever.
I remember one time, oh man, I bring up my nephew a lot because I grew up gaming with him, but me and him were playing Nicktoons Unite. I don't know if you remember these fucking games. I got it. Like, it's like, you're like Danny Phantom and all that. Yes. But there was a mission where, like, jump puzzles, nah, I'm not your guy for jump puzzles. And it was pissing me off. And okay, at the time, I had this, like, little badass PS2 controller and had, like, lava lamps and the grips. It was dope, man. It was like glass. You could see through it, and I was pissed. And back then, I had like a tube television, like a hard one. Oh, like this, you can. So I was just like, "Fuck it!" I threw it at it, and it shattered. And like that was like my video game freak out moment. I like it was. And my nephew goes, "Did you just throw your controller over Nicktoons Unite?" And then I was like, "Yeah." I was all mad. I went to go tell my parents, "I'm sorry for throwing it," but I was mad. And then I come back and he beat it. And I remember just being like, Jesus Christ, dude. And
it's like, yes, I broke it. And yes, it sounds ridiculous now that you said it out loud. But whatever.
Yeah, it was like Invader Zim trying to jump across this thing. And I couldn't. I was mad.
Did you see they have Invader Zim on Netflix now?
Oh, yeah. It's a movie. I don't know if is it the show or is it just the movie?
I haven't watched it. I think it's just a movie.
Watch the movie, though. I watched the movie. It was pretty good. It was nostalgic to watch again.
Okay. I got to watch it again.
I just like the way he like talks. Like, it is always him. Like, he's just like.
I love Gur. Yeah, Gur. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's like the Doom song. Dude.
I need a Gur.
I wish I cancel that stuff, man. Because I used to watch it all the time and it just stopped.
Yes. I remember when didn't they make an Invader Zim video game? Just an Invader Zim game, or is it only the Nicktoon one?
I think he was in the Nicktoons one. I bet they did. I would not doubt it. It was huge. Nickelodeon was pushing it.
I remember they made a SpongeBob game. My brother and I did I think it was Save Bikini Bottom. Bro.
Yeah, Save Bikini Bottom.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I commend the relationship I have with my brother because he's like my best friend.
Yeah.
Because of video games, because we would just play all night. Yeah. And like, dude, some of the best laughs I've had in my entire life were playing like Grand Theft Auto, Halo.
Just shooting shit.
Yeah, I miss those days, man.
I have that same relationship with like my nephew now because my nephew is only 2 years younger than me, so he's kind of like my little brother in a sense. Yeah, and he was always at the house. You know, we always had sleepovers and stuff. And now that we're living together, it's like it's always a sleepover. It's pretty cool. So yeah, like that's like the way you and Mikey are. Like that's exactly how me and him are. Like just playing these games all the time. It was dope.
Yeah, like it would be me, him, like Kevin, my cousin, his, at the time was his girlfriend, now they're married. And like, dude, oh my God. It was just like, I remember oh my God, dude. We were playing GTA 5. We're doing a heist. And the mission, I'll go for it. The mission was to steal a plane. And I remember I was like, fuck it, I was the worst. Like I would always blow us up and I would always fuck up the mission. I found pleasure in it. I like to be that asshole.
You like to be the guy that ruined it.
Yeah, I always had the sticky grenade. I would throw it on. I'm like, all right, well, we'll blow it up later.
Halo mission, and you're all sitting in the lobby. You remember you could be able to like press X, and you would stop the countdown. Yes. Do you remember doing that? Were you that kid that would do that? It would be like, oh, the mission's about to start, and then somebody would press something, and it would stop.
Yes.
You're like, Alex, stop! Like that used to piss each other off.
That was Kevin. Kevin would scream at me like, Alex, fucking stop! I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. Oh my god.
It's 4 a.m., man. I'm just like having fun.
Yeah. But yeah, we would play GT. Oh yeah, so we're flying the planes, right? We already completed the mission, and everyone's like, "All right, everyone, check in. What are y'all doing?" And they're like, "Oh, Will was like, oh, I'm just flying around the base." Ariel's like, "Oh, I'm just driving." Tad was Ariel's brother-in-law. He's like, "Oh, I'm just flying over the Fort Zancudo." Like, Alex, where are you? I'm like, "Oh, I'm at the bottom of the ocean." What? Boom! Mission failed. Like right at that moment, I said it, and they're like, "God damn it, Alex!" Like, Dad, why would you do that? I was like, I'm sorry, I forgot I was flying the plane. I crashed it. Like, how did you crash the plane?
Yeah, you were flying.
Dude, yeah. Well, I looked over. I was like, what? I was like talking to Michael, I think, and I didn't realize I wasn't flying. It crashed into the ocean. I was like, well, mission's over, guys.
I'm never like in charge of driving or flying anything in any games like to this day, like PUBG or anything like that. AJ doesn't let me drive. Yeah. I'm just not. Yep. Yeah. It's not my role. You know what I wanted to mention? A game that I wanted to touch on. I wanted to tell you about. Because I think it would actually be cool for you and Molly to kind of like sit down and play. It's a game called Until Dawn, and it's so cool. It's like one of my favorite games. So Hayden Panettiere, like the actress, is like capped. So he's in the game. The guy who just played Freddie Mercury, what's his name?
Like Romy.
Yeah, he's in it, and like a few other people that they mocapped. But it's like one of those games where you make a decision and it impacts everything else.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know if you played that one. It was like Detroit Become Human or something like that.
No, I never played.
But it's cool. So it's like a murder mystery game, but like you switch between these characters throughout a storyline, and you're making the decisions for them and stuff, and like it influences. It's like all based off like the butterfly effect. It's super. Okay. There's like 15 different endings. I wanted to bring that game up because that game. It was whenever I was listing my favorite games. That was like one of them. And I want you to check that out. And anybody else listening? Yeah, it's fun. And I used to just sit on the couch and play that with like a bunch of friends.
One of my favorite PlayStation exclusive games ever, and just video games in general, was the Uncharted series.
Oh, dude.
Ew, those
Tom Holland is supposed to play Nathan.
Yes, I know. Like, I want to see that. Like, I feel like that movie could translate perfectly to a movie like that.
Because it was already like structured like a movie. Like when you played it.
Exactly.
Cinematic scenes, you're like, holy shit! Like
yes, dude. Oh, it was so good. Because it was like I always say, it was like Indiana Jones mixed with Assassin's Creed. Like
that's exactly what it was.
Perfect mix, and it's such a good game. And like, bro, you just get lost in it. Like you forget you're playing a game. Mm-hmm. Like I would never play the game because I wanted to beat it. I was playing because I wanted to see what happened next in the story. And like that's the perfect recipe for a game. Like you're so immersed into it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like
the last games that I remember, like the third one, I think, or no, the fourth one, the most recent one where he's like with his brother.
Yeah,
right? Oh man, that was so good. And then like I think it's like the little girl at the end. Mm-hmm. He has like a daughter. But I love those games so much. Those are like that was one of the main reasons why I got PlayStation was for the Uncharted games.
Yeah, man. Like I remember when they saw they're rebooting it. When they did like the master collection of all three with the new one, I bought it. Like that was the first thing I bought with my PlayStation.
I'm still waiting on our what is it? The Last of Us, the second Last of Us.
Yes, dude. Everyone's waiting for that one.
That first one was damn near a perfect game. Like I literally, it was my favorite because I like zombies, but I like zombie games when they're not used like too heavily. If that makes sense. Like the drama in the game went past the zombies, and like I like that. It was like beautiful. I even like that in movies.
Yeah.
And like when the zombies are just kind of like an exterior threat, like it was such a good game. I loved it so much, and you like really felt these.
Bro, remember Left 4 Dead?
Oh yeah, I love those games.
Kevin and I would just be bunked up in his shed, and we would literally turn off all the lights and just play it in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It was so when you hear
And
the
then
witch
anytime you got near a
crying.
witch, yeah, the witches.
Yes. Oh my god. We would get terrified. We're like, oh my god, shit, 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 we're gonna die.
Now, there's a World War Z came out with a game, and it's structured literally exactly like Left 4 Dead. It plays just like it. It's really fun. Like, I've been trying to get people to play with me, but like, yeah, it's literally nostalgic. It makes me feel like I'm playing Left 4 Dead. Because I do want a new one. That'd be badass.
I remember how I was the asshole kid that played video games with. So, like, the key is to not go find the witch. I would
go find the witch and go hit her and then run off.
Yeah. And kept like, God damn it, Alex, just the witch again. I would just do
okay, so hey, we're on 50 minutes, so we should take these last 10 minutes real quick to kind of talk about all this D3 stuff or D23 stuff.
Man,
we've been going at it. We need to talk about this kind of stuff more often. But I guess the first thing is that Star Wars trailer I sent you. Did you get to watch it?
Oh yeah, dude. It's god. I'm nervous, but I think hopefully, like we said last time, that J.J. Abrams kind of rewrites the ship and brings it home.
And I think he's going to. It's gonna end the whole Skywalker saga and everything like that. And I think he's gonna do it right. I think Rey. I was looking at theories. I don't know if that's Rey. Like they're saying that there's a chance that with like the double-sided lightsaber that like Palpatine like has a clone of her, like because he can make life with midichlorians. Because I feel like a change like that would be a little too.
Wouldn't make sense.
That or she's like possessed by him because he can move his consciousness in other people. Apparently, is like a thing that he's done in the comics, and like because I know it's got to end with Kylo and Rey coming together to make a new order. I think that's what it's probably gonna end up being. But man,
my thing is maybe she has a twin that she didn't know about.
See, that's another thing that it could be like a twin. Like, what's up, sis? And she's like, Palpatine's puppet.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Kylo and Rey have to work together because they're like, man, no, this should not be around.
Yeah, this is a whole different type of evil.
Exactly. But I'm so excited. It gave me chills watching it. What I liked is like when it showed the beginning, like little pieces of like all the past movies, that it showed the prequel movies. And like when it showed that, I was like, dude, Hayden Christensen's going to be in this movie. Anakin, his ghost. They wouldn't pay homage to that unless, one of them were going to pop back up.
Yeah, I think it's hopefully it's the best out of the three. That's what I'm hoping for.
That's what I want.
That it brings and closes the book and then puts the book on the shelf and it's never touched again. Mm-hmm. And just let it be. But yeah, I think it's going to be good. That and dude, everything else at D23, dude, it was lit. Like it was like Comic-Con, like it was like San Diego Comic-Con or like an Apple event.
Well, they save like all their like heavy hitters for D23, like Disney does. That's whenever all the big shit like they start dropping all the big news. I know like the Mandalorian looks sick. Like,
yes, and Taika's in it.
Yeah, Taika plays like the robot. Like that's Oh man, I don't know if they're gonna bring up Boba Fett. I kind of don't want them to, but then again, I'm like, I do want to see what happened.
Yeah.
They might like bring up like, I don't know. We might see him again, is what I'm hearing. Like another theories that he might like. He had to have come out of the Starlight Pit. I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happened. But other than that, like, did you see the poster for like WandaVision and all that? And
did you see the shadows?
Yeah, and he had like the stone on his forehead. Like glowed. So I'm like, well, then it could be something else. But I'm like, maybe this takes place in a different timeline where Thanos like failed. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, because does this take place after Endgame?
I would assume so. I would think that most of these do because, what is it? Falcon and the Winter Soldier does. That's
I mean that makes sense.
That has to. And Loki is going to take place, I guess, everywhere.
Yeah.
And then, oh man, so I think they're just going to be scattered, dude. I really think so.
Yeah, I'm curious to see She-Hulk.
That's going to be interesting. Which I'm surprised that they can do that because I know, like, Universal has the rights to the Hulk. Maybe they, like, don't have the rights to She-Hulk, so they're like, we got a She-Hulk movie out of it.
Yeah. Is that why we never got a Hulk movie?
Yeah, well, we got some, but they're under Universal. They're kind of like in a similar agreement that we were in with Spider-Man.
Oh,
in a way, kind of like that. but they're a little bit nicer. They're like, yeah, use them in your movie, see what you got to do, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't think they can make like an independent movie. I think the old one that they count as canon was a Universal.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so upset about the Spider-Man thing. I know we just talked about it in the last episode.
You could tell he's upset too when he talked about it at D23.
Yeah. Well, it's like they laid so much groundwork. Like, what were you thinking? Like, why? Like, Kevin Feige, like, you have all the money in the world. You have everything in the palm of your hand. Just give this up so that way we as fans can stay happy and be happy. Because that's all we want.
I think that's all Sony has, though. Like, I don't know what else Sony would have had. Like,
I mean,
they give up Spider-Man. Yeah, but, yeah, that's true. They should just give all that up, though. Like,
yeah, just give it, like, or even, like, just let Marvel. I know it's like working for free, and I know you're not getting the bigger slice.
No, they are though. They are getting the bigger pile. So what? So let's see. I was watching. They were talking about it on H3's podcast. They already had all the deets. And
yeah,
what are you doing, crackhead? So apparently, what Disney wanted was like, hey, we'll produce these movies. We're pretty much gonna make them. You're gonna make like Sony was making like the box office tickets amount. So all that money was going to them. And then I think all Disney was getting was merchandise, which is still a shit ton of money, dude. Like Spider-Man toys and stuff. And then like it was split pretty evenly, but the heavy load was paid by Disney. Like it was mainly free money for Sony. And then I think what Disney did was like, hey, do you like split this a little bit more evenly, you know what I mean? And so that's when Sony was like, nope, whatever, we're done. Which is kind of selfish. Who knows?
I think they got to do something. Like, they got to figure something out. Like,
I think what's going to happen is they're just going to literally, God, it seems like they're just going to throw him into a new world, man. It's just going to be different. They're going to be like, oh, I don't have that suit. He's not going to have the Iron Suit anymore. He's not going to have Friday in his thing anymore. It's going to be.
Yeah, he's not going to have anything. And, like, Happy won't be there. It's like, but see, the thing is, like, and they
I feel like it jinxed it.
Yeah, and like they introduced the scrolls in a way to Spider-Man, like the post-credit scene, like I don't.
Yeah, I also heard rumors that they're still gonna deal with that. That like Sony's still gonna deal with like the end credit scene, but like I don't think anything's set in stone right now because the way Tom Holland and Kevin Feige talk about it, it seems really like he was just like looking at the fan. I don't know what he's doing. It just seems like really they're just gonna toss him into this new Venomverse, and it's gonna be that because I know Kraven is gonna be set up for a new movie.
Yeah,
and so I think we're just gonna throw him in with them and like just.
But like you can't use Mysterio because he's referenced as Iron Man and Thor. Like that's what they talk about him. Like you can't.
That's totally true. You can't.
And like you can't use him. You can't use Vulture because he got his suit powers from all the stuff from.
Well, that's how they're setting it up. Like Spider-Man's world is kind of crafted because of Tony Stark. And now, and I asked for a street level Spider-Man, and I think that's exactly what we're about to get now. But I didn't want it to be so like dramatic. Like
I don't want it like that. Oh Jesus, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's just because they're. I mean, I get it. Like I know you want money, but you have Kevin Feige. You have everything else. Like everything else. You have Fox giving you the X-Men, Fantastic Four, like you have everything you need.
But like maybe the most iconic character of all time, like
God.
I think like they'll come to another agreement later on, but maybe not right now. Yeah, like it's just now Sony's got a little drunk on power, and so they're gonna kind of act out. But other than that, what else did we have? So we had the posters really, and they showed the internals.
Yeah.
Like they show the internals, which I heard that movie's going to take place kind of like behind the scenes of everything that already happened. Like it's going to fill in some gaps is what I think what Kevin Feige said, that it's going to kind of like, little plot holes will be filled there with them. And Kit Harington is Black Knight. They casted him.
Okay, so he's going to be in the Eternals?
I think he's going to be in the Eternals because the Black Knight is a love interest to one of I think Cersei, whoever that character is. Yeah, so I'm sure he'll be in it. Should be cool. He's going to be like the third. That specific Black Knight is the third one to have that sword, the Ebony Blade. Yeah. Whatever. So that's going to be cool. And then that means two of the Stark brothers from Game of Thrones are in the MCU now.
They have now reunited. and
They
they're
have
back
reunited, yeah.
back and better. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Eternals. They got a lot riding on this movie. Now that I think about it,
Oh
like
yeah,
it's
huge cast. You have Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie.
yeah, like
That's already two names that I would have thought that would be in like
and
Marvel.
yeah, and then they did the poster for Black Widow. It was cool to see Red Guardian in the background.
That was pretty cool. David Harbour was gonna do great.
I wonder if he got like kind of like Chris Pratt got buff, or is he just gonna keep the beer belly and be like Russian like belly?
That's true.
And
because
smack it.
that character apparently is Russia's answer to Captain America.
Yeah,
so
exactly
he's got to have some kind of similar abilities to him.
Yeah.
But like my thing is like if things like this is like in the past, and it's like I feel like she would have referenced some of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like when she met Cap, like I used to know a guy like you, like literally like you.
Well, technically, because this is taking place in like what the 90s, early 2000s, so Cap was still.
No, this takes place after Civil War, is what I'm hearing.
What?
Yeah, I'm hearing this takes place right after Civil War, and because they go into hiding after Civil War, and they only come out of hiding during Infinity War. So she apparently goes back to Russia for one reason or another, and that's whenever this takes place.
Huh.
And it's probably gonna end with her dyeing her hair blonde, or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I was watching some videos on it, and apparently that's whenever it's supposed to take place. Because Taskmaster has some pretty like updated technology. It looks like he does like on his face and everything like that.
Oh, really?
Which that's a character I wish they used a little bit different, but I guess he's a good counter to Black Widow. Taskmaster's cool. I'm excited to see that.
Well, yeah, it'd be cool to see her like in her own like I think she deserves her own movie.
Oh, she does. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
it's a fan favorite.
But that's crazy. No, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess I thought it was always going to be in the past because it made sense timeline-wise if it happened before Captain America was out of ice.
That's what I thought too, because then we would see what happened in Budapest with her and Hawkeye.
Yeah, but that's
apparently that's still supposed to be explained. I watched this guy on YouTube, Mr. Sunday Movies, and or Emergency Awesome, and those two are normally right like every time. And apparently that's when they said that these movies are supposed to be taking place. So,
that's interesting.
Is there anything else you want to touch on real quick? We're already at an hour.
Well, I thought that and like the Winter Soldier poster looked dope. I like Bucky all cleaned up.
Bucky's clean cut and everything like that. Kind of looks back to now. If he just had like the little mask,
I'd badass.
That then he would look like.
I wonder if he's gonna get the star on his arm, on his mechanical
the red
arm.
star. Well, maybe not, because that was whenever he was like maybe a bad guy. Maybe that's like a bad guy thing, right? It's the red star, like the.
Well, I saw one where he gets like the shield.
Oh, that logo.
Yeah, he gets that logo on his shoulder. I've seen a few comics with that when he's good. But I mean that's gonna be badass. And I read Anthony Mackie like apparently doesn't want to use the shield. I don't know. I think what's gonna happen is like the show's gonna start and he's gonna like work to earning his new costume, and like he's gonna like lose the
he
shield.
probably maybe doesn't feel worthy of it, like because those are like really big shoes to fill as Cap. Like, yeah, this is gonna be weird, man. There's so many. We're not gonna have a Spider-Man. We're not gonna have an Iron Man. We're not gonna.
Well, and like we're gonna have Moon Knight, and like that's a Spider-Man character also. So I don't.
That's true. He's like heavily involved with Spider-Man. Some of the.
I don't. I hope they figure it out. That's
I wonder if that now leaves, since I thought Kit Harington would have been a pretty good option for Moon Knight. Maybe now they'll stick Keanu Reeves in there. I don't know where they're gonna put Keanu Reeves.
But isn't Moon Knight Moon Knight's a show? It's gonna be a show, not a movie.
Is it gonna be a show?
Yeah, it's a show. It's gonna be a series.
Maybe they'll get some new guy then. Because that makes me feel a little bit better, because I want Keanu to be Dr. Doom.
I know we're talking about that. I like it, but I think, dude, imagine if he was Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I could see a Silver Surfer too.
Because I can't see him playing Victor.
Well, I don't want him to be too mocap, but then again, he'll be behind a mask if he's Doom. So then, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah,
I could just hear his voice behind that thing and like talking shit to.
Yeah, but like I think he's not like very loud and arrogant like Dr. Doom.
That's true.
Like he
could be menacing though, and kind of like
he could.
My thing is because these big actors like Josh Brolin was Thanos, so he puts these big actors in like these like maybe he's gonna make him the next big bad. Josh Brolin's a really good act, like maybe on like a similar level to Keanu Reeves. So maybe they want him to be like the next long-term villain. Like,
Maybe,
because
maybe,
he can do
or
it.
maybe,
He's got
or
like,
maybe he would be Galactus.
oh shit, oh wow, that'd be pretty intense. I forgot Galactus is supposed to be coming too.
Yeah, I mean, Galactus is like he
I don't
doesn't.
know how you do Galactus on the big screen though, but
I feel like what they're gonna do with Galactus is he's gonna be like life size, like a normal human, and he's just gonna have the power to destroy worlds.
that would make more sense. Maybe he
Like,
can like expand and not, or well, no, they could do Galactus and then Silver Surfer be his lackey, but then Silver Surfer eventually becomes a good guy, right?
yeah, Silver Surfer is like the most powerful character there is outside of Captain Marvel. Like,
I used to have a book that had them all ranked. It was like Thor and him, and then Silver Surfer.
Yeah, Silver Surfer is like OG OP. Like he was on steroids. Like he would kick Captain Marvel's ass every time.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know I can't wait. That's what I'm excited for, Silver Surfer, man. Because you can't have Galactus without Silver Surfer. You can't.
Yeah, they need to come together, and then hopefully they do the X-Men right. Hopefully that all comes in. I want to hear some X-Men or Fantastic Four news, but I don't think we're gonna get that till like maybe like in 2 years.
They need to figure out. They need to figure out Spider-Man first. That's what.
Yeah, they really do. That's probably exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe we'll get that Spider-Verse movie now. That would be pretty sick.
That's true. I'm sure Tobey Maguire is cool to cash a check in. I'm sure he's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Whatever. I'm not doing much right now.
If I hear that stupid scream in the first 10 seconds, I'm leaving. I don't care how good the movie is.
The scream is my favorite kind of. But you know what? I rewatched the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans. I don't hate them too much actually.
I told you, it's not bad.
Yeah, they're not bad. I would have been okay with him continuing to be our Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I thought if Kevin Feige took him and ran with him, he would have made him great.
Yeah, which I'm like, yeah, of course Tom Holland's great, but Andrew Garfield was not bad Spider-Man at all. No, and then the web swinging in those movies was very, like, I loved watching him. He was just like so fluid and everything was so effortless. Like he was, and like the beginning scene of the second movie was dope. Like whenever he's like stopping the armor truck and he's got to go to graduation.
Yeah,
that's Spider-Man. Like that was the most Spider-Man. Like
yes, that's what I'm telling you. Like that's why those movies were so good, and that's why I liked the second one so much because like it really made him Peter Parker. You know, like balancing both worlds, having a hard time with his family and relationships and his work, like not knowing what to do morally.
That's where Sony's gonna go though. Sony's gonna go and do that, but like everybody's mad. Like they're gonna be mad if they kill off Uncle Ben again, but because Peter's Uncle Ben was Tony, and Tony's already dead. But then now they can't really. I don't know if they're gonna like not be able to bring him up at all though. But like
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think they'll redo it. I think they'll just show like a major flashback and just like I mean, who knows? We don't need to see it again. We all know it affected him different. Like we get it.
Ben freaking died. I don't need to see him get into another cage match or like.
Yeah, like oh god. If I see that unitard again, I'm gonna be upset. Cool. As long as the eyes move, then okay.
I really like the eyes move, like eye movements and stuff. And that was like one of my favorite parts about this movie.
Yeah, that's what helps him like. But in the new canon of Marvel, Venom is actually a good guy.
Yeah, he's Agent Venom, right?
It's
Flash Thompson.
Yeah, no, I read one where it's still Eddie Brock.
Oh, okay.
But he has like a son, and he's like basically a fugitive on the run. He's just trying to like, kind of like the Hulk, like just trying to find a home and not be bothered and just live his life out. But Venom keeps being brought out of him, and he has to fight and defend himself and then run away.
He's gonna keep running.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, and then he finds the son. And like I remember, there's a comic where I saw where he's asking Spider-Man specifically for help, and like the son's like, "Hey Eddie, can we go?" And Spider-Man's like, "When are you gonna tell him that he's your son?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I know he's yours." And he's like, "Well, I'm hearing a whole lot of Eddie and not a whole lot of Dad, so you need to talk to him about it." And it's like I can hear, and it's weird because I can't hear Tom Holland doing that. I can hear Andrew Garfield doing that.
Yeah, because he's like, I would rather see Andrew Garfield with Tom Hardy. You know? I could see that more than like, I guess maybe because they look similar in age, and it's gonna be weird. I think what's gonna happen is that Venom's gonna start off a villain, but then he's gonna like definitely have to like side with Spider-Man and help him out. Like I think that's what's gonna end up happening.
And I kind of miss the confidence from that Andrew Garfield had as Spider-Man.
Yeah, when he was cocky and stuff, and he talked a bunch of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas like Peter's a little like Tom Holland's a little helpless.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he needs everybody's help sometimes and stuff like that. Like, which is good to see him as a little boy and figure it out. But
yeah, so hopefully he grows out of it. We'll see what Sony does. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm left with more questions the more I think about it.
We'll get more news, and we'll discuss more things as they come out. This will conclude episode 3. Make sure that you guys, show us a little bit of love, subscribe, like, do all that kind of cool, fun stuff. Let us know any questions on Twitter.
Yeah, let's do that. I say we do the fan cast again. Let's do some retweets. Let's see how many we can get.
Yeah, we didn't do one this week. We'll hit it hard next week then with the fan cast, and we'll see if we can get more people. We'll tweet it out with the link to this video.
How about this? So make it hard. Let's do a fan cast, and we'll give them like their opposing person that they got to fight.
Oh,
we won't cast their villain, but we'll cast them.
Like kind of pitch like a movie, maybe. Like let's do it.
Let's see what we can get. That way we can
talk it out a little bit. Yeah, let's make it a little bit hard for ourselves.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning in.
Guys,
y'all have a great school year. We're going back to school. All right.
Call this